Got the recording in progress. We are back. Phillies won a postseason series for the first time in 10 years. This episode is so big, I couldn't do it by myself. I am once again joined by my great oldest friend in the world, Matt Szczypiorski. Matt, buddy, how we feeling?
Oh man, it's hard not to be feeling great right now. The Eagles game just ended 30 minutes ago. Huge win. Got tight there at the end, but still wasn't even the biggest win of the weekend.
Nope.
The Phillies sweep the Cardinals. I gotta be honest, I thought they were gonna win. I didn't know if they were gonna sweep them, and they embarrassed them a little
They
bit.
did.
They couldn't score. They couldn't put anything together.
No, it was Cardinals week all week leading up to this, and it was everything for the first time. And I feel like as a Philadelphia fan, everything went exactly how we hoped it did.
Yeah,
Philly
so
swept.
is looming. Is what that
Oh,
means.
absolutely. Like we'll get to Atlanta. That's who we're playing in NLDS, but we got two games to talk about. What's ahead, maybe even what's ahead of ahead. But game one, huge. Wheeler, God, he is Wheeler. What did you think of Wheeler on Friday?
I mean, it's hard not to be just utterly impressed with him. I got a lot of Roy Halladay vibes from him. First playoff game of his career. When he was with the Mets, he never pitched because he was hurt, and they wouldn't even let him around the team for some reason.
Oh, dude, the Mets are the big. We'll get to the Mets. Anyway, continue.
And the Mets are losing right now. By the way, I have them on in the background. But yeah, dude, imagine if they lose and we move on. There's going to be a lot of
dude.
snaps.
Pete Alonso is going to do some more meditation. Anyway.
Yeah, I hate that guy. All right, so Zach Wheeler was fantastic. The strikeout numbers weren't there like they usually are, but it doesn't matter. He got the outs where they
Production.
were.
He trusted his defense, and same with Nola on last night. And I would like to deem this series the Alec Bohm redemption arc. It's over. It's over. Alec Bohm, who when you looked at this series and said, who's going to be the best third baseman in this series? My money was on Alec Bohm. Nolan Arenado, you're a fraud. You're a fraud and a crybaby. See you on the couch, bucko.
And people snooze. Alec Bohm had the only 2 extra base hits in the series. He was the only one to have multiple extra base hits in the series. A lot of guys had 1, but he was the only one to have 2. He had a double in game 1 and a double in game 2.
And Marsh had a couple of
that's great. Oh, did he have 2 doubles?
No, it was just the one. I thought he had 1. No, that's right. He didn't play on Friday. I thought he did.
Right. Yeah.
He had that double last night, though.
Yes, he did.
Yes, he did.
And they didn't bring him home, but that's fine. Or did they?
No.
Alec Bohm had scored. I think it might have been.
No, it was Harper home run, and then it was Bohm that scored on the sac fly, I think.
All right, cool. Just revisionist history. Man.
Yeah, professional podcast. Professionals.
But yeah, Alec Bohm was spectacular. That play he made to rob Nolan Arenado, that's kind of when I started to feel like, oh my God, we're winning. We're winning in this series. We're winning tonight. Because if he's making that kind of like a poetic play like that against Nolan Arenado, man, that's the kind of stuff that, oh man, you just feel it.
And that Harper home run, that was the best swing I've seen since he's come back. Easily. Can you imagine this team if we have a healthy Bryce Harper, like being Bryce Harper, and it just, it's going to be good.
Jared, a lot of people to me are, they're fair to point out the fact that the offense has struggled mightily, basically the entire month.
And without reason, they have not looked good, but they found ways to win games.
Exactly. And so the way I look at it is you're playing with house money already. Imagine if the offense gets going, how dangerous this team could be. They're winning games right now with the offense struggling mightily. Imagine what happens if the offense gets going. They could legitimately be a scary team for any team to play in the playoffs.
I honestly think they're a scary team now. They're playing like scrappy, like that game on Saturday and both games in the series. I've seen them lose those games 99 out of 100
1,000 times we've seen that. We've seen them lose that.
And they were scrappy. They were putting together hits. They were trusting the next guy up. Like, Oh, it was great. So I want to talk about the ninth inning on Friday. Obviously Phillies were down. Alvarado gave up that 2-run home run, which none of us expected. Right. And like you said, we were talking during the game last night, asking about, who was going to go with. And I was like, I don't really trust Alvarado, but you were like, just because he gave up that home run doesn't mean he's still elite. And then he shoved in yesterday's game.
Absolutely. And that's what Topper is too. He trusts his guys so much. Like he was like, I don't care about the homer yesterday. We won the game. You go out there and prove why you're an elite reliever now.
Exactly. And so that ninth inning, Phillies are down. They're going up against Helsley, right? That's his name. And they, Hoskins strikes out. Shocking. The inning started and ended with a Rhys Hoskins strikeout. Shocking. And then Real Muto gets the hit. Harper walks. Castellanos walks, which I didn't know that was allowed in 2022.
I think it's like his 4th walk of the year. So
yeah, it's great timing. But then our guy, Alec Bohm, takes 101 off the shoulder. And what does he do? Just gets up and let's keep it going. That's our guy.
And that's the kind of winning mentality you need in the playoffs. Like, this is not a selfish thing anymore. You're not looking for stats. You're not looking for base hits. You say keep the line moving, and that's exactly what he did. Got Gene up, and the rest is
and that when Gene hit that ball through, I was at my girlfriend's, and her whole family's like sitting around the couch, and I'm the only one like up, like, and then when Gene hit that thing, I'm like, yes, and they're all like,
I saw a tweet after the game that was like, wow, that inning was crazy because it looked like every single ball put in play was going to be a double play. And that was so true. Like, I thought that Gene ball was a tailor-made double play. And just the way that, Edmund was kind of lined up, or whoever was playing second base at the time.
I think it was Edmund. Yeah.
I think they moved him over there. But the way his dive was awkward and went right under him.
Yeah. Which is very uncharacteristic of the Cardinals.
Gold glovers across the
Yeah, we heard enough about it from Michael K. and A-Rod.
Couple platinum
little platinum mixed in.
Oh my God. Yeah, but the fact that got through, I mean, I know. The whole series gave Team of Destiny vibes, man.
Yeah.
It really did. And for Gene, again, just such another poetic thing, like a guy that has never been to the playoffs in 1,300 games.
And gets his big moment. He got his big moment.
I mean, it's exactly what, to draw it up is the most improbable win, but the most exciting win ever. One that you're going to celebrate for a while. I'm going to be watching that game, the condensed highlights in January. I just know it.
And it's first of all, it's great to have new Phillies postseason highlights, because I was tired of watching the same 20-minute video from the run. But like you said, Gene had his postseason moment, and he's running up and he's fist pumping, but it didn't just stop there. Then Marsh got an RBI, and then Schwarber had a sac fly, and they kept adding on and adding on.
Goldschmidt make that terrible choice. Ball gets hit.
That's a double play.
A double play.
What is he doing?
He could throw it to second, then get the ball back at first, or he could just tag first. It's 2 inches away from him and then come home. But he decides to go home. They don't get any outs. Sosa's safe, and that's a great managerial decision by Topper to put Sosa in for Bohm's pinch run.
Absolutely.
Unbelievable decision, because it made a difference, because if Bohm's running, he's out at the plate.
Absolutely, and I think the Sosa revenge game, because the Cardinals just gave up on him. And I don't even think Jojo Romero was on their postseason roster, which is just hilarious. Yeah. When does a trade like that work out for us? With Marsh, Sosa, Dombrowski.
Every trade he made at the deadline has worked out so far.
So far. I mean, even listen, we have our feelings about Kyle Gibson, but we won that trade. We won that trade. Okay, so then you get to the ninth, and both games and the clincher in Houston, Zach Eflin was thrown into the last inning. What do you think about that? What do you think about closer Zach Eflin?
Both times, I'm not going to lie, man, my butthole was puckered.
Oh, dude, I was. But it's every time. The first 2 outs, so easy. Yeah. And then little bloop.
First game was I was a little bit more relaxed because we had the big lead.
Yeah.
And I wasn't scared of Yadier Molina coming to the plate.
No, but if anybody to hit a home run, it would have been Yadier Molina in that moment.
And game 2 was kind of the same situation. Molina comes to the plate, and I'm like, he's not getting a hit here. And then he gets the bloopest of all singles to right. But then Tommy Edman gets him to pop out. I was convinced a run was scoring there. I had no confidence in Eflin. I'm sorry, I had none.
That's fair.
Especially after the first time in his career, he's pitched 2 days in a row, and I can't believe that he got that last out.
I really, really, really like Zach Eflin out of the bullpen. He has
Brett
been
Myers vibes, man. It gives off such Brett Myers vibes.
But he gets in there and he reminds me of Suarez in the sense that nothing bothers him. He's just going to go in, pitch.
Strikes, Jared.
What a concept! Strikes. What a concept! You throw strikes and good things happen. What? And I love Eflin in that spot. I love how Thompson trusts him in that spot. But more importantly, I love the ginormous cojones on Sir Anthony Dominguez to strike out probably the MVP and the runner-up MVP. In that moment, what was going through your head?
Dude, I'm not gonna lie, I was not confident at all because, to what you said earlier, I've seen this loss so many times. I've seen this movie before. I know how it ends, and I don't like it. And man, for him to go out there and absolutely shove like that, get Goldschmidt and Arenado to chase some bad pitches, struck them both out. I mean, it was just incredible. The entire pitching staff just dominated both of them the entire series. It was as soon as Arenado hit that ball that probably could have been a homer, but died at the warning track, he was checked out completely.
They went 1 for 15 in the series. Goldschmidt and Arenado went 1 for.
Goldschmidt was especially terrible. He didn't even get any good wood on the ball.
No, he didn't. Thank God. I mean, thank God. But I think the Cardinals are one of the best regular season teams, and then when it gets to the playoffs, they just do the bed. And I think it's poetic justice. They ended our era. We ended their era. It only took a 10, and it's a story. But how can you not be romantic about baseball right there?
How can you not be?
And man, a great series. It was excellent from top to bottom. I never said a bad word about this pitching staff ever.
Was never worried about the bullpen.
Never worried about the bullpen. And so help me God if I saw Brad Hand at all last night.
Brad Hand, Kyle Gibson didn't even sniff the bullpen.
I would have been on a plane to St. Louis asking Thompson, what in the hell were you thinking?
Oh my God.
But bigger fish to fry here. They took care of business in St. Louis, and it's all good now. However, it is good because Friday, first of all, first home postseason game in a decade. How can you not be fired up?
Buddy, I'm so fired up, and you want to know why? I'm going to be in attendance on Friday night.
I won't be. I will be here. I will be in my living room, and I'm going to look at Ashlyn again, and I'm going to go, listen, we can do whatever the hell you want. I'm not missing this game. This isn't the normal. This isn't the regular season. This is the playoffs. This is the playoffs. But not going to be easy to get through this round.
No, absolutely not. And the Braves, I mean, listen. Between the Braves and the Mets, for a second round series, I kind of would rather play the Braves, as crazy as that sounds.
I agree.
Because we've shown that we can beat them. And our team definitely has the confidence that they can beat them. Even think back to Harper hitting that homer off Jansen, the game they should have won, but they ended up losing.
We had a competent manager
if we had a closer at the time. I think that was Corey Knebel who.
That was when Girardi was
that
still
or Nick
Knebel.
Nelson or something. It was
it was Knebel because I remember thinking what could possibly go wrong in a 1-run game when Knebel's blown 8 save this year? Yeah, what could go wrong? Girardi, great move. Anyway.
Yeah. But I mean, we've shown that we can beat this team, and they've shown numerous times now that they're never going to give up, which I think is huge because they're definitely going to be down in this series, and I think they're going to be down a lot at points in this game and points in this series. So they've shown the ability to chip away and fight back, and as long as they keep that, man, I think this could be. I'm not saying we're going to win, but I think it can at least be competitive. And if Jared, buddy, if it comes back to Citizens Bank Park on Friday night,
watch out. Watch out, Atlanta.
If the series is tied, Jared.
If I'm Atlanta, I ain't splitting. I ain't splitting in Atlanta. If I'm Atlanta, I am dooking my pants. Yeah. Because not only do you have the Phillies playing in the playoffs for the first time, you have the Eagles playing. It's Dallas week. I would be terrified
on that weekend, man.
But I have to ask one vital question. Is Jeans coming back for the playoffs?
Oh man, I don't know about that. I wasn't the one that organized that. I will be wearing jeans myself because it's probably gonna be a bit chilly. But
No, wear shorts, coward. Wear shorts.
Absolutely not.
Do it.
Absolutely not. I will probably be wearing jeans, so I'll be the representative of jeans in section 419 in Citizens Bank Park. Hopefully for a Gene homer. I mean, I just want to see them win, dude. And the way that their rotation is lining up right now,
Suarez,
Wheeler, and then Nola game 3, the way it was always meant to be, the longest tenured Philly pitcher
gets the first
home start in his playoff home debut.
Now, so say it gets to a game 4. Do you go Falter? Do you go Syndergaard? Do you do a piggyback?
Personally, I'm going Falter just because I think he's got the better stuff at this point in his career. If you want to piggyback Syndergaard with him, that's fine. But I just don't think Syndergaard has the swing and miss stuff. And the Braves are not a swing and miss team anyway.
But if the defense plays anything like they did,
I mean, I just don't trust Thor enough to throw outs. You know what I mean? Like, I think he throws too many cookies. And I think Falter, he's pitched well against the Braves this year. He hasn't pitched perfect, but he's pitched well enough. And I think that's good enough to warrant a game 4 start. I'm not saying leaving him out there for 6 innings. Maybe get him
3, 4 innings. Yeah. If Falter can give us 3 or 4, maybe 1 run, maybe 2.
Yeah.
That's exactly what you need from a guy. Throw in if Kyle Gibson sniffs a baseball.
He won't.
In this postseason at all.
He's going to be like an emergency long relief man. Like there's no way they throw him. There's no way.
But dude, they're going to, and he's going to go like 7 shut just because, like, why not?
Listen, I'd be happy with it.
I would be so happy. But the official statement is Kyle Gibson is a loser. Loser. It's gonna be tough with the Braves, but I think, like you said, it's not gonna be a cakewalk like everybody's predicting.
Right.
The Phillies played the Braves well, and I've heard a lot of Braves fans say like this isn't an easy series. No,
it's not, because they know that we've played them well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and it's just a matter of
comebacks against them as well.
Exactly. So my thing is just keep up the energy, the good vibes, the everything, and just carry momentum. And this is going to be a huge testament to this team is, can they carry the momentum that they've had in the Cardinals? Because we've seen time and time again where they have this big series in the regular season, and then it carry out to absolutely nothing in the next series. So it's going to be a big testament to them, to these guys, to everybody. Can we, get over this hump? Can we? And like I said, I'm not, honestly, we are unbiased. Well, a little biased, but I'm going to be a straight shooter. Like, I'm not expecting the Phillies to win this series.
No, and nobody realistically should be, because the Braves are the better team. They are.
They won the World Series last year, for God's sakes. Like, and if I already consider this season a success, I think we did exactly what we wanted to do. We won a playoff series. We have our manager for the future. What's that?
Trent Grisham just came through again. RBI single. It's 3-0 Padres in the 4th inning.
Imagine getting further. Imagine getting done out in the wild card. Could it be us? Could it be us?
Oh my God.
Trent Grisham, our guy, Trent Grisham.
You just know that picture of the Michael Jordan crime meme was going to be popping up out of that apple.
Yeah. Oh my God.
That meme's going to be everywhere if the Mets lose this game, man, they might never recover. They might not. They might never recover, because they have so many free agents too. They might never recover.
Pete Alonso was crying after they blew the division.
I can't. I need to see all the post-game interviews. I need to see all the content.
He's going to be like, you guys just really have to trust me right now. I'm zenning in. But,
oh my God.
All right. So, where are we going from here? So whoever moves on to that series of the Mets Padres, they play the Dodgers. The Dodgers have to be going to the championship series. I
don't think there's a way that they don't win this series.
And if they play, and then it gets to the point where, do you think if the Phillies do somehow beat the Braves, you're playing the Dodgers?
What are Phillies you right now, Jared?
Wait a minute. Phillies, if you want to look it up,
They won the season series.
Won the season series against the Dodgers while Joe Girardi was still the manager.
That's a huge asterisk. What? They played the Dodgers in May.
Joe Girardi was the manager of this Phillies team, and we took the season series against the Dodgers. I don't think what's more of a miracle, that or the fact that Cardinals kicker missed the field goal today. What's the bigger miracle? I'm not afraid of the Dodgers. Bring it on.
Probably Bring it on. Oh my God. One step at a time, Jared. I can't even think of an NLCS right now.
No, I'm ready. Get me to the World Series. Get me to Houston. Get me to Houston. Get me to Houston.
Do you really think Houston's going all the way? I think Seattle's a tough matchup for him.
It's true, but I mean, it's hard to beat against Houston's experience in the postseason. You know, they've been there.
And they have the starting pitching too.
They have the starting pitching. They have the best bullpen in baseball. They have an excellent offense that we shut out in the first game of the clinching, by the way. And it was all their starters, by the way. Anyway, but it's hard because I love the Seattle Mariners, America's team. I love the Seattle Mariners, but I mean, Houston's been there. They have they have everything. Every box has been checked off, but damn, I would love, my heart is saying Seattle, but my gut is telling me Houston just because it's hard to bet against them right now.
Absolutely. And I think Houston's the odds-on favorite, probably from the American League, like you said. But I'm just thinking about, similarly to the Phillies' first game in the bank, I'm just thinking about the Mariners' first home game. At the first playoff game.
Electric.
21 years, man.
21 years. Dude, I was 2. Level. I was 2.
Yeah.
We were 2, I should say.
Yeah. That was a long time ago.
Like, dude, I am so happy for Seattle. They're getting a home playoff game. I don't think the world could handle a Mariners-Phillies World Series because of the absolute electricity that would be in both of those ballparks.
It would be like a Bills-Eagles Super Bowl. It'd just be great vibes all around.
All around. Like, it would just be like Mariners fans and Phillies fans would just be like,
we're just happy to be
here, man. We did it. We did it. Look at us.
Oh, man.
All right. Bring it on back. Bring it on back. What do you think of Suarez in game 1 against Atlanta in Atlanta?
I think against Atlanta this year, he's kind of been up and down against them. I think at home he's been great, or on the road he's been great. It's one of the two. He's either been great against them on the road or at home. Hope it's on the road.
Me too.
On the road. But I think it's gonna be a tough matchup because they got Fried going game 1. It seems like
we've hit Fried well though this year.
We have.
Like, we've been very patient with him but my worry is Strider. Because
that's what I was gonna say. And that's the other thing too with Strider. We don't know what his health is,
and we don't know what his leash is gonna be.
Where there's still talks, they still might hold him off the division series roster because they don't want to push him because he's still young yet. But I think they might be able to think that they can get through the division series through us without him, and same for the championship series.
I mean, there's no reason why they shouldn't think that,
right? But if Strider's pitching any game this series, I'm not going to be confident at all.
But again, like, not only is it postseason, but he's dealing with an injury. So I would imagine 3 innings would be his max.
And he's not going to have a ramp up period at all.
Yeah, no, he's not. It's just going to be, here it is, go. And so pitching wise, you got Fried, you have Charlie Morton, who's kind of been up and down.
There's no way they start Charlie Morton. There's no way.
Really?
I mean, it's either.
Who else do you have though? If Strider's
starting Odorizzi, there's no way.
No, but if
Who's
you have
other starter,
you have Kyle Wright. Kyle Wright's going. Yeah,
and he's going to start game 2. He's a good pitcher. He shoved against us last time we faced him.
But then look, you have Fried, you have Kyle Wright, and then Strider would be your third, but we don't know what he's going to be like.
Right.
Who else do they have? Odorizzi. They're not going to start him.
There's no way they're starting Odorizzi. I think they'd start Morton over Odorizzi.
They're probably going to start Morton only because he has the postseason experience.
Yeah, and we've beat up on Morton this year.
Yeah.
Pretty much every start that he started against us, we've beaten up on him.
Which why would Atlanta give him a 1-year deal? It was like $25 million.
And then they just extended him again. They already.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying.
Option. Yeah, stupid.
Yeah, I'm like, okay.
He's done nothing this year that could deserve that.
But like, I don't know. Knowing Atlanta, he'll go on like whole pitch the shutout the rest of the playoffs. Hopefully, it's only one game. Yeah, you know, he should thank the Phillies for saving his career. Anyway,
Did he even pitch a game with us? Didn't he get hurt?
He had pitched 2 games and then like tore his oblique or something. Ever since then, he's been excellent. He was mid-tour, went to the Phillies, tore his oblique, left the Phillies, elite postseason
World Series champion.
World Series champion, Charlie Morton. But all right, so I'm trying to think. Would you start Matt Vierling over Nick Castellanos right now?
There's no way Topper does it Topper does it because of what we've talked about already today, and the fact that he's just got so much faith in his guys that he's going to stick with them no matter what, it seems like. But if it gets to a point where Castellanos keeps swinging at garbage and he's not working good at bats and he keeps hitting ground balls to third, like at a certain point, Vierling is going to give you better than what Castellanos is giving you. Now with Fried on the mound game 1, I think they both probably play. I think Castellanos and right, Vierling in center at least to start because Fried the lefty on the mound. But I mean, it's something you got to consider, especially with Vierling swinging kind of a hot twig right now.
Yeah, I mean, it's so great to have because I feel like the Phillies teams of the past never really had young guys come up and be productive. And Matt Vierling has been excellent. The whole daycare has been great. I will die on the hill that Brandon Marsh is in the daycare. He is in the daycare.
He's younger than Stott.
He's in the daycare.
24. He was on the top 100 prospect list.
Yeah, and now he's our guy, Brandon Marsh. But it's hard to say because, like you said, Topper's going to play his guys no matter what, and it's hard if, say, on Tuesday, if Vierling goes like 3 for 4 and Castellanos goes 0 for 4, you kind of gotta look at it more so as not playing your guys, but more so playing like who's the best player at this moment right now.
Yeah. And it could be a great redemption arc for Castellanos going into next year. We can lead off the video yearbook like it. He got benched in the division series and
then hit 338 and hit 50 home runs in his redemption season.
Oh my goodness. All he's got to do is sell Simmons' house, dude. That's all he's got to do.
Dude, just sell the house, dude. It's bad mojo for the city. And then my other question is, and I think they should do it just because the guy is a loser. I'm playing Derek Hall over Rhys Hoskins now.
There's no way I don't even think Hall's going to make the roster again. I think whatever the roster was now is going to be the roster going forward.
Hall was on the roster for
No, he wasn't.
Yeah, he was.
No, he was just part of like the traveling party.
Oh, wait, hold on.
No, I don't think because the bench was Vierling, Sosa, Maton, and Stubbs.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah, they just kept Hall as part of like the traveling
taxi squad kind of thing.
Yeah. He was the celebration. He was carrying around stuff.
Yeah, he was. Hey. I am starting Derek Hall over Rhys Hoskins. Rhys Hoskins. See ya.
They won't do it.
Have you ever seen Rhys Hoskins have a clutch hit in a big moment?
He had that walk-off earlier this year against the
Marlins. One time. Yippee.
It was against the Marlins.
Yeah. Oh, even better.
Big game in July.
Great, huge game in July. I'm just saying, for the love of God, Rhys, you come up twice in the 9th inning when you're rallying. Strikes out and then comes up with second and third. Schwarber couldn't get it done. And then he strikes out on a ball that was a ball to get out of the pitcher's hand. Yeah. He stinks right now. Yeah, give me Derek Hall. Leave Hoskins off the roster.
That's what I'm saying, dude. Like, if they just get the top of the lineup going, dude, like, I'm not worried about JT.
No.
I'm kind of worried about Schwarber because he's swinging at bullshit. And
but really I mean, like, he's still, my thing with Schwarber is he's never a guy who's going to hit, 300, but he's a guy in a big moment, like October Schwarber is a different beast.
I need a Schwarber home run. I need it so bad. I need a Jimmy Rollins type leadoff homer to start a game. I need it so bad.
I need a Kyle Schwarber leadoff home run at Citizens Bank Park when it goes 3 rows deep and he bat flips and he's chugging around the bases like the little tank he is.
I love that guy, man.
I love him so much. But give me Derek Hall. Final statement.
There's no way they're doing it.
Give me Derek Hall.
Especially with all the lefties the Braves have, they're not doing it. I'd love to ride the wave with you, but they're not doing it.
I know, but it's just like, dude, Rhys Hoskins stinks.
He'll get it together, I think, maybe. I don't know.
But like you said, like the top of the lineup, Schwarber, I'm not really worried about. He's going to come through in October. He just always does. So I'm not really worried about that. Hoskins, I'll see you in Milwaukee next season, buddy. It's a team who actually I was thinking about could use a first baseman. Oh my God, I just lost it. Oh no, it was like a really good team and they're losing their first baseman.
The Red Sox?
No. Oh, the Padres. Padres.
Because Josh Bell's a free agent. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was. Anyway, Harper, I think he's going to turn the corner.
What do you think about the way the lineup's going right now with Schwarber, then Hoskins, Realmuto in the 3-hole, then Harper? Because I kind of like it right now.
I like it
with the mix and match that you can do in October with the righties and lefties.
Yeah, I like it.
The breakup right there.
I like it. It's worked so far, so keep it rolling.
Work is a loose statement.
It's worked enough to win a game.
So continuing, yes.
Exactly. So and then you get to, like you said, JT, I'm not worried about. And then I guess Castellanos, hopefully I'll see you next year, bud. And then who's batting 6? Marsh?
Bohm.
Bohm. Oh, our guy.
Not worried about
our guy, Alec Bohm. October Bohm.
Bohm and Castellanos in the order again. Let's get back to that. Can we get back to Bohm in the 5-hole, please?
Yeah, it needs to be. Or, I mean, do you put Bohm back in the 3-hole and move JT to the 5?
No, I don't think you can do that now. There's no way.
That's fair.
With the way, because with Realmuto, the way that he runs too, I think that warrants him.
No, yeah, good point. Yeah, because of Harper, say JT
and he's
walks
gonna get
Harper
better pitches to hit because Harper and Bohm, I trust to hit no matter where.
Yeah, good point. All right, and then we get to the 6-hole, which is I guess Marsh.
And 7 is Marsh, yeah.
Yeah. We just said 6 is Bohm and then 7 Marsh. Not worried about Marsh. Love Brandon Marsh.
Yeah.
8 Segi, love him.
Yep.
And number 9, our guy Bryson Stott, the Instagram king, the Instagram king Bryson Stott. Did you see that clip of him asking about the Spotify live?
No.
So he did a live last night after the game, and he had his phone down, and in the background you hear the Spotify, and there was an ad playing, like somebody didn't have unlimited, and he goes
paying for Spotify Premium.
No way. And he goes, "Where's JT? He has enough money to pay for Spotify."
He's right. Making $23 million a year. You can't buy Spotify Premium.
On God. But I love the mojo with this team right now. I love the vibes that they're in. It gives me, dare I say, 2019 Nationals vibes right now.
Because they have the signature win. You know, you look back at all those teams, even the Braves last year, they had the signature win early on. 2019, you look back to the Nationals, the wild card game was their signature win. You know, that's how these teams.
We got ours on Friday.
That's what I'm saying. And low-key, I think our signature win was Friday night against the Cardinals when the 6-run 9th inning. That's the kind of win that sparks a team, you know?
And now on to Atlanta, where we will see what happens. I don't know when. So let's see. The series could possibly be over Friday, could possibly be over Saturday, is definitely over Sunday. So we might be back in a week, might be back earlier. Matt, you want to plug your different things?
Yeah, so if you want to follow me again on Twitter, I'm Matt_ski15. I've had some great content popping up on there. Just went viral again today with some
no big deal. Dude, that tweet was elite. Elite tweet right there.
Yeah, so that was looking good. Philly Fan Life, of course, if you want to follow them on I run the Instagram, and then of course follow them on Twitter as well. We have a huge following there. It's a must follow for anything Philadelphia sports, for especially now with the Phillies, Sixers around the corner, and of course with the Eagles. We have great content all the time, so be sure to follow.
Great time. Matt, I just want to thank you for coming on again.
Of course, buddy.
Absolutely electric. We got a lot of great response from the first episode. So you know what I said? I can't handle this playoff fever alone. I got to get my guy in here with me. That's going to do it for us. We might be back in 3 days, might be back in 5. Who knows? But we should be talking about a Phillies win over the Braves. Bring on the Dodgers, baby. Yeah.